Good morning, everyone. It's time for another live crafting session. I'm just going to find myself on my iPad. Good morning, Julie. Lovely to have you pop in. Okay, just going to... Well, oh, gee, really? There we go. I'm muted now. I keep forgetting that I use my iPad overnight. Or, oops, or my daughter uses it overnight. And it's not muted when I go to use it the next day. Okay, but all is good with the world. Good morning, Christy. Wait, I can't see comments. Why not? Oh, no. Why can I not see comments? That's not very good, is it? Right. How are we all today? I need to be able to find the comments on my iPad and it's not happening and I don't know why. Comments on. Yay, now I can see them. I found a tricky little button at the top corner I didn't know was there that I could turn comments off and on. Obviously I had turned them off. Christy, you managed to get here. Woohoo. Did you skip out of work early or something to get here? Good morning, Sylvia. I'm just having the rest of my coffee while I wait for the numbers to build. I hope you are all well. Good morning, Faye. You kind of got an early mark, Chrissy. Oh, you're so naughty. Kathy, good morning. Lovely to have you here. Chrissy, lovely to have you here. So I'm trying to arrange my iPad so it doesn't fall over, but I can still see everything. It's a bit windy here today. What's everyone else's weather like? And it's beautiful blue skies by the look of it. I haven't been out there to see whether it's cold or warm or otherwise. It's a bit of a late start this morning for me. Good morning, Nikki. Hey, Rails. Thank you for jumping in. Julie, your mailman delivered some goodies from me. It was such a surprise. Thank you. You are very welcome. It's afternoon. Of course it is, Sylvia. Yes, it's afternoon for you across the ditch. We are after 11 here. I had a late start because my alarm went off and then I turned it off, rolled back over and went back to sleep. Next I knew it was 9:30. It's like, I need to get up and get started. Oi, oi, oi. It's warm out, is it, Kathy? Oh, okay. Must be a warm breeze then. Because you're not far from me. So if it's warm there for you, it's warm here for me. And it's freezing in Sydney. Oh, Julie. Yeah, I don't miss Sydney. I'm sorry. I miss my friends out of there. I don't miss Sydney itself. All right, so one more sip of coffee and then we'll get started on part 2 of our Distinktive stamps. Good morning, Joyce. Lovely to have you here. Cold in Sydney, yes. Beautiful day where Chrissy is. That's good. Spring is just around the corner. Like Saturday is spring. So Sydney better get its act together. And you what? Down there, I know what'll happen. Winter will stop one day. Summer will start the next. There's no in between down there. It's either really hot or cold. Sunny with a crisp breeze on the central coast. Oh, nice. That'd be nice sitting in the sun, warming up. You've debated whether to get the Bokeh dot stamp set. Julie, well, I've got some tips for you today. Good morning, Anne. I can't talk. I'm not hot yet today because I haven't got all flustered. But saying that, you know, after I finished my live yesterday, our internet died, like literally 5 minutes later. And we've had trouble all weekend with it. So I'm tempting fate again by using it today. I should have jumped onto my 4G, but I wasn't switched on enough to do that. So, all right, let's get going. I should keep the coffee close because I think I need it. All right, part 2 of our Distinktive stamps. Oh, I can't even talk properly. Right. This was yesterday's Healing Hugs. And this was the card that we did with the Healing Hugs. And the most important thing that you needed to know and take away from yesterday was how much ink is in your ink pads. Thank you for sharing, Faye. Yes, anyone who shares goes into a draw for a nice little prize. So yesterday's takeaway was the ink in your ink pads is really, really important. Too little, you won't get a very good stamp, as this example, and too much and you'll lose the detail, as in this one. So ink pads, ink volume was the most important thing from yesterday. So I said last night I would have a play with the other Distinktive stamp set I've got, which is the bokeh dots. Now, I have a problem with my stamp set, and I hopefully didn't throw my sample away. I might have, but I'll show it to you when I go to stamp. So this bokeh dots is two backgrounds. One is the actual bokeh dots, and the other is like a fireworks starburst type of thing. And the one thing, I'm just looking up the price for you, Christy, because I know you just asked that, and I don't know it off the top of my head. There's so many products. I'm not going to know the answer or the price to everything. Let me have a look. Bokeh dots, $26 in the clear mount, which is what these are. So these are the red rubber that go onto your acrylic blocks. And the wood mount, if you want it permanently mounted on the wood, are $35. Right, so when you look at this and in the catalogue, all our images in the catalogue are 100% size, unless it's specified otherwise. But I got deceived with these, and when I looked at it, particularly because I think these are listed in the background stamps section, I thought they were bigger than they are. So I'm going to go to the page in the catalogue, 153, and just show you what I mean. Okay, here. For some reason, so this is, I'm hoping you can see that. This is the page in the catalogue that they are on. That's that sample that they did using the starry one. And these are the stamps. For some reason, when I looked at this, I thought they were going to be bigger. Now, I've been a demonstrator for nearly 6 years, and I know that the images in the catalogue are 100% stamp size unless specified otherwise. Still in my head, I went, oh, they've got to be bigger. They're like a background image. And I was thinking a full, like, 6x4 size stamp. I don't know why, just the way my brain worked. They're not. So if you're thinking the same as me, that's the actual size. So when I got them, I went, oh, they're a bit little. Because I was having a blonde moment. Or a grey moment. Or whatever. But they are the size they are in the catalogue. So they are small. Right, so when I started playing with these last night, I was a bit disappointed at first. Because, tell you why, because I was focusing on these images being the focus of the card. Alright, so this is the first one I made. And I tell you what, it took me 3 hours to make this card because I hated it. And I just kept adding and adding and adding. Until I finally thought, well, I didn't like the background. I used another background image to stamp the little, like, fireworks there in the Stamped Off Lovely lipstick. I didn't like that. So then I added Stamped Off Black over the top. I thought, oh, that's a bit better. And I still didn't like it. So I added vellum. I thought, well, that's not too bad. And then it came to the center panel. And I put my sentiment on there. And then went, I still really don't like this card. Like, some people look at this and go, oh, that's really nice. But for me, it's just not what I was aiming to do with these stamps. Good morning, Janet. It's lovely to have you here. Yeah, I think a lot of people, Julie, are going to have that same problem. It just naturally, they look like a background image, so therefore you think background stamp takes up the whole card front. They are designed as a background stamp, but they're not a full card size. So with this one, I was a bit disappointed. So then I thought I will make another one using the bokeh dots. Okay, so this first card was using these little star type one. The second one was using the bokeh dots. When I stamped it, I don't know if you can see around here, I thought, oh, it's not stamping properly around the edge. It's like really pale. until I went back to the catalogue. And here we have on the stamp, it is like a faded in that corner. That's how it's meant to be. I went, oh, I don't feel so bad now. So my stamp was stamping properly. Except I have a little scratch in my stamp, and I've covered it here with a black balloon, and I'll stamp in a minute and show you what it looks like. But I don't know if you can see it. Sorry, my stamp's got fluff and stuff on it. But there's a very small scratch mark in my stamp that shows up in the stamp. So lucky for me, Stampin' Up! Will replace that free of charge. I just need to contact them, get a return number, send this one back in, and they will, send it in free post, so reply paid post. They've already, they'll give me a label to print out, and I send that back in, and they'll replace it with a brand new one, no questions asked, because that is a fault in the stamp. So it didn't stop me from making samples for today, and it won't stop me from using it today. You just need to be aware that when I get a great big line in my stamp, that's not normal. And if ever you get anything like that, then you can get it replaced, no questions asked. So then I made this panel, and I thought, let's stamp something over the top of it, a bit more than just a sentiment. So I added the balloon and the sentiment and mounted it on a few layers, and then put it on a same coloured DSP, and I went, oh, that's actually not too bad. I like that card. Then the light bulb went off. Oh my gosh. These stamps are not meant to be the focus of the card. They are a background. I don't know what I was thinking when it came to these stamps. I thought they were bigger, and I knew they were designed as a background, but suddenly, because they weren't full card size, I started thinking they had to be the focal point of the stamp, of the card. No, they are still a background. Like with any background stamp, they're not the focal point. They are there for added texture, added dimension, added pattern type of thing. So I then thought, well, now I know how to use them, because I'll be honest, I was struggling with these last night, and I went, I'm just not going to do a live tomorrow. I'm going to do something else, because I really don't like these stamps. But once the light bulb went off and went, oh, they're a background stamp, they're not meant to be the focus, then I could make some better cards. So this is the first one. I think that's a much better card, because I wasn't trying to make the stamp here a focus. It was just an added element to the card. So here I've used a little twinkle stamp set, which I don't have on my desk, but it's designed for babies and young children. So I just used the large sentiment from that on this stamp, because it has the little stars on it. So it says, love you more than all the stars. So I thought, well, that's suited. And then I used just the twinkle, I don't even know what it's called, the twinkle punch that goes with that stamp, that goes with this stamp set. And I think that's a really cute baby card. So that then changed my thinking that, okay, this is not the focal point of the card. And there's just another quick one I did with the bokeh dots. The bokeh dots remind me of clouds, so I just added stamps over the top, and I have a one level card using 2 stamp sets and 2 inks. So there we go. There's my first tip for you with these, is they're not meant to be the focal point. They are only an accessory. All right, so they're the 4 cards I came up with last night. And what I thought I'd do today is just stamp these 2 backgrounds in different colors, and then add images on top of them and use them as a background like they're meant to be, but not a full-size background. Yeah, the marble one is big, Christy, and that's what I thought these were for some reason, because traditionally our background stamps have been the full card size. So when you look at these, and I think it's because of the size, I started thinking, oh, well, how do I make them the focal point? Nah, they're not meant to be the focal point. My other tip for you today is, with these, I got very hit and miss results. I found with the Healing Hugs stamp, okay, it either stamped well because it had ink, or it didn't stamp well because it had ink. These ones, I don't know if it was me, the way I was using them, or whether it's the size of them, but I found it really easy to not stamp them properly. So ink level was fine, but it was the pressure I was putting on them. I either got, what I mostly got was not enough pressure in the middle. So when I had my stamped image, it came out paler in the middle, and it wasn't because of the ink on my ink pad. It was purely because I hadn't put enough pressure in the middle. So my second tip for these is use your Stamparatus, because then if you do that, you can just stamp over the top and you know where to put the extra pressure. So like, I think I threw the ones out that didn't work last night. So I was getting a lot of this, but like this in the middle of the stamp. And it was stamping okay around the edges, but I was missing the middle. And I think it was just the way I must have been applying pressure. As soon as I started using the Stamparatus, they stamp perfectly every time. So if you don't have a Stamparatus, get one. They are worth every penny. So much money, so much you can do with them. They're like $85 or something. Someone who's a demo on here can correct me. Sylvia, yours will be different. You're in New Zealand. But let me have a look for you in case anyone is interested. Got to find them in my caddy. My desk is a bit better today. I took the time to clean up, and I found last night too, when I was getting frustrated with these stamps before the light bulb went off, my desk being so messy with piles all around me was causing me issues. It was like stunting my creativity, because it was like, I had stuff like, I had this little area this big that you can see here to work in. Everything else was piled up like this high. So I went, that's it. I had to stop and I had to clear it all. And then the light bulb went off. So I don't know, coincidence? Who knows? Yeah, so your Stamparatus is $85. If you have an annual catalogue, it's on page 207. $85, and you can get the extra magnets if you break yours for $21. With your magnets, just don't put them close together, because they will snap together and they'll shatter. It happens on other brands as well, so it's not just exclusive to us that happens. And also put washi tape around your magnet to give you a little handle to pick it up with. Okay, so let's get stamping. I have pre-cut a heap of card fronts. All right, just to get some samples done. And you guys are going to pick the colours. So if you know any of the Stampin' Up! Colours, shoot me a colour. I have them all. I have half and half new ink pads, half and half old ink pads. So I've just got a variety of stamp sets here that I thought we could make. There'll be one layer cards, obviously, a bit like the Lift Me Up one I did. Where is it? I've lost it. Good morning, Cheryl. Lovely to have you here. All right, so I'm going to do a series of cards like this. So I plan on just having the background in the middle with some images over and around it. So shout out some colours. Even if you don't know the colour names, shout out whether you want green, yellow, purple, pink, whatever. And I'm just going to randomly pick, these are all the stamps that I have out. Going to randomly pick some of these images to stamp around that background to see what we can come up with. And to show you that as a background, it works really, really good. So I'm going to have a bit of coffee while you just tell me some colours. Don't be shy. Shout out your colours. And if you shout, then you have to type as well, because I can't hear you. Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, right, cool. Coffee's really cold. All right, Highland Heather. Oh. Balmy Blue. What else have we got? Purple, green, heather, purple, heather. Wow, Highland Heather is popular. Woohoo. Green. Let's do a granny apple green because it's my favourite. Highland Heather. Wow. What a popular colour. Oh, shout out some more. Oh, look at them. That is a beautiful colour palette together. I might have to do a card using those three at another time, because they are just beautiful. Right, Highland Heather was our first choice. So now I'm going to do the bokeh dots, because I want to show you the issue with my stamp and why it's going back. Granny Apple Green, yes, Faye, I've got that one up. Yeah, I love Granny Apple Green. It's just amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to sit that on my card front. So all my pieces of paper I'm using today are 5 3/4 inches by 4 inches. Sorry, I am an inch girl. I think you all know that by now. Comes from being a scrapbooking teacher for a while, and then it sort of just sticks with you. So, right. So, if you're not familiar with the stamp apparatus or any stamp positioning tool, you put your stamp where you want it on your paper. You hold your paper down with your magnets. Then you simply close the lid on your stamp and it will stick to your acrylic plate. Now, this is a bit harder to work out if you are getting the image in the ink pad itself. Remember I said yesterday the Distinktive stamps, I can't open this, are designed to be smaller than your ink pad surface. So that will hopefully avoid getting line marks down your stamped image, which will affect the pattern. I've got fluff on mine. I don't know where that's come from. Oh my goodness. Lots of little fluff bits. I imagine my cat's been in here. Right, let's go. So I'm just going to stamp that over the top. Now the issue with doing it this way as well is that I have no idea of the pressure that I'm putting on. So I don't know whether I'm going to get an even coverage of ink. If my ink pad's dry in the middle, I can't sort of move it around like I normally would to ink up an image because I'll get lines in my image. So let's just hope that that is right. And stamp. Fingers crossed. Everyone got everything crossed? Alright, so then you just close your lid and you press on your stamp and your image will be transferred. Now, if you're wondering why I don't have stickers on my stamps, I'm just too lazy. And I'll be honest, I find that they don't stick to the cling blocks as good once the stickers are on the back of the stamps. Wood mount, you don't have that problem because the sticker goes on the wood block. But with your clear mount stamps, the stickers they provide that go on the back of the stamp are the same size as the rubber. And I find over time that my stamps fall off my acrylic blocks. It could be because I don't keep my blocks very clean. And people do have hacks around it. They trim off the sticker around it so that you get your more rubber on your acrylic surface. I don't have time for that. It's like, well, I know what the stamp is. I'm not going to bother with the stickers. But I do know that, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say anything, we have a new style of stamp coming out shortly, I think. Possibly with the next annual catalogue. And it has a different style of sticker, let's just say that. And they cling really, really good, so they won't fall off. There we go. There's our Bokka stamp. Put the stamp case under plate for stability. Janice, I'm not with you there. Stamp case. No, you'll have to explain that one. I didn't get that one. Could be me. I love coffee. Blackberry Bliss, Kathy. Yes, I'll grab that one out as well. Why am I not seeing my Blackberry Bliss? Oh, wait, it's further away. No, where is it? It's a new one and I can't see it for looking. Wait, I've got it somewhere else. Found it. I'm in the middle of designing classes for the First Frost online class, so I had that aside for that class. Alright, so that's my bokeh dots. Now, what you can see there is that I've missed a bit of ink here. I haven't put enough pressure there. And this is my little line I was telling you about. So there's a scratch in my stamp, so we're going back for a replacement. Easier if you ink your stamp if you put a stamp case under the open plate. Oh, here? Oh, I'm with you. Yes, of course. Okay. Well, there you go. Cool tip today. Thank you, Janice. That is way cool. Thank you. I love how we all share these tips. It's good. Gosh. Alright, so there we go. I've just filled in that little bit that I had missed because I'm using the stamp apparatus. I could put it straight back on. It's going straight in the same place. And I can apply pressure where it's needed to fill up that gap. I really like that. That's really pretty. So that's our our Highland heather. So I'll come back at the end and we'll just stamp over the top of all these if you want to hang around that long. Now I'd normally use my chamois to clean that, but I'm just going to grab a baby wipe today. Oops, I have to get a wet one because they're a bit dry. And just simply clean it off. Just like this. Okay. What am I doing? Next colour. I've lost my ink pads. Here we go. Next bit of paper. Where did I put all the paper? What did I do with them all? Oh, are you kidding? Have I lost them all? I couldn't have lost them all. I have lost them all. No, I found them. Stop looking. I put them with the finished cards. I'm a bit challenged today, aren't I? Alrighty-o. Kylie's watching. Good morning, Kylie. Right, next colour. Granny apple green. Yeah, see, everyone understood what Janice was trying to say except for me. Hey, oi, oi. What's that song? Folks out on where I come from, they ain't had much learning. I need more coffee. Okay. Granny apple green. Here goes. Pretty. Right. See the line across here? Do you notice I wasn't very careful when I was inking up my stamp and I didn't take any notice whether I was going off there or not. So we challenge, we need to cover that up. Right, next colour. Let's switch over to the twinkle twinkle little flower now. No, star, flowers there, twinkle, stars twinkle. Alright, another bit of paper. You're all sitting there laughing at me, aren't you? Johnny Reynolds crazy. She's gone loopy. Alright, our stars. Now, I'm just, for simplicity, I'm just keeping it in the middle in the same place. But you could, you know, top, bottom, put two together. You could probably do like one there, a different colour. Lots of ways you can do it. But I just wanted to get some backgrounds done. So we can stamp over the top and see what these stamps look like with different images over them. So, balmy blue. So thank you for being here, everyone. If you share my video, you'll go into the draw for a little prize. So please share. A pretty pink. Doesn't it help to be a little crazy? Of course it does, Kathy. I have to be. Otherwise I'll go insane. It's windy outside. Maybe that's why I'm a little bit crazy today. Because I don't know if anyone else had this, but when you were in primary school, well, I was in primary school, and it was always windy, you'd always go really crazy in the playground, and all the kids would be really loud. And I remember on weekends when it was windy, our favourite thing to do, because I had cousins who lived next door, and I had a cousin who was only nine months younger than me, and our favourite thing to do on a windy day was grab onto the clothesline and run around holding onto the clothesline like crazy. It was, I don't know what it was the wind. That is pretty. Look at that. Oh wow, I really like that one. That is so nice. Alright, so the next colour, let's do a pretty pink now, and then we'll do our Blackberry Bliss. That'll be very dramatic. Blackberry Bliss. You've already shared. Thank you, Christy. Full moon tonight. Yeah, maybe. There was one the other night, actually. Blushing Bride or Powder Pink. I think Blushing Bride. Powder Pink might be a bit too pale. Oops. Alright, so Blushing Bride. So these are my new ink pads I got last week. I finally unpacked them. They were buried under all the stuff on my desk last night. I unearthed them and went, oh look, I've got about 6 new ink pads. I really should put them into rotation, take my old ones out. It's amazing what you find when you clear your desk. And I just realised I've still got a Granny Apple Green sitting open here. That is not going to work well. Alright, Blushing Bride. Good morning, Karen. Thank you for jumping in and watching. You're tired today, Julie. That's so good. You need to just look after yourself for a little while down there, love. Sit out in the sun away from the breeze, read a book, or fall asleep. That's my favourite pastime. Alright, so I haven't put enough pressure down in this corner. Let's just press down there again. Thank you for sharing, Bronwyn. Your cat goes crazy when it's windy, Chrissy. Oh, there we go. That's pretty. I like that star one. Good morning, Debbie. Lovely to have you here. So those who have just joined, what I'm doing is running through the second lot of distinctive stamps that I have. So yesterday, if you didn't join me, I went through the Healing Hugs stamp set, the distinctive part of the stamp set. So that's this big flower and the leaves, and some tips and tricks about using that. And this is the card that we made together. So today I'm going through the other distinctive stamp set, which is the bokeh dots. Alright, so this is your background stamp set. Don't fall into the same trap I did and thinking because it said background, thinking that all our other background stamps are a full card size. These are not. These are not even half the size. So they're still a background stamp, but they're just not as big. So I had an issue with that in my head last night, and I struggled with creating with them until the light bulb went off and went, they are still background just because they're small. They are meant to be not the focal point of the stamp. They are meant to be just an addition, a background addition in the background type of thing. So once I got that through my thick skull, then I could create a lot better with them. Good afternoon, Julie. Lovely to have you here. Right, so this is the last one I'm going to do, and then we're going to get creating. And I'm going to do this one, I think, in the dots. So I just pop my stamp on. And for those that have just joined, my bokeh dots, the dots one, has an issue with the stamp. So I'll be sending that back for a replacement. But it's good that Stampin' Up! Just replace them. No questions asked. So, alright, so let's do this one, and then we'll do some stamping over the top. Bronwyn, you did the same. I don't know what it is. I think it's because it says background. It just, yeah, did my head in for a while. And I think some people who may have purchased them struggle using them for that reason. So I'm hoping that I'm going to show you how they work as a background and that they're not the focal point. Alright, so this is Blackberry Bliss in the bokeh dots. Yeah, see my line? And I didn't put enough pressure up this end. I've got a little bit of ink there that needs to go down. Much better. I love how with the Stamparatus I could do that. Without the Stamparatus, I'd have to go, well, that's no good. I'll just have to try and cover that with a stamp. And I'd have to either do that or throw it away. But you get a second chance, third chance, fourth chance with the Stamparatus. Brilliant. Love it. Right, so I'm just going to move this out of the way now, and we'll do some stamping over the top. Now I'm not going to make these as completed cards today. I'm just going to do them as card fronts, and then I'll complete them another day and put them on my blog or on my Facebook page. Right, so I'm using this stamp because it was the first one out of the blocks on top of the pile. Now I have put the sticker on this one because I was showing people at one stage, if you do want the stickers on them, this is a workaround. You probably can't see that, but I have trimmed this sticker right up to the actual image. So all this bit I've trimmed away and I've just stuck that on. So you get a bit more rubber on the stamp. Your stamp's exactly the same, Mel. Is that the bokeh dots? Do you have that line in yours as well? Is that what you mean? Because it's definitely not meant to be there, that line, if that's what you're talking about. So send it back, get a replacement. Obviously they had a fault in their manufacturing at one of the runs. Yep, all right, send it back, Mel. Get a replacement. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ring support after I get off here and tell them that I have a line. They'll give me an RMA number and I'll be able to send that back. You will need the order number though that you placed, that you got the stamp set on. Mel, are you a demo or are you a customer? because it's a different process. If you're a customer, contact your demo and they should be able to do it for you. Right, now I'm thinking this could be a bit dark for this stamp. So I'm wondering if I should have used something else. Let's use another one. I'm thinking the dragonfly might be better on that one because I can do a solid background and maybe emboss over the top. So for our pretty flower, let's do the pink one. Margaret, good morning. Morning, and from Gay, we are watching you and crafting and shared. Oh, thank you for sharing. I hope, and Gail, sorry, not Gay. What are you crafting, ladies? Are you making cards, scrapbook pages, something completely different? All right, sorry if my head gets in the way. My unkempt hair today. You're lucky I'm out of my jammies. That's the sort of morning I had. Again. Oy, oy, oy. I can't. Oh, you know what I need to do? Because I slept in. I turned my alarm off and then rolled over and went back to sleep. So I think tomorrow I'll put my phone on the other side of the room. So I have to get up. Pretty. You have to ring them too. You have a mouldy stamp pad too that only just arrived. Oh, okay. My, I wonder what colour was it? Because my berry burst went mouldy. You know, like the real reds used to when they had that problem with the ink formula? My berry burst did the same. So I'm not going to replace that though because it's in colour. So that's pretty. Oh, that is so, so pretty. All right, so let's add a sentiment on that. I adore you because it comes in with that stamp set. And I'm thinking I want to add some leaves or maybe Cajun craze. Oh, really? Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but the one thing, you know, that is wonderful about Stampin' Up is they will replace things, like, no questions asked. So I just love that. And, like, it's probably weird hearing a demo say there's something wrong with a product from the company, but, you know, they're just a normal company. So every company has products that don't quite come off the production line properly, so they're not, you know, perfect. Like, no company is perfect, so there's going to be times where there's going to be an issue, but they're so good at fixing the issues that it's not actually a drama. So, you know, and if they've stuffed up somewhere along the line, they are so quick to admit it. Sorry, we did something wrong. And I love that about the company. Their ethics are so top notch. All right, let's, fingers crossed I get this straight because I got it straight on my, oh dear, how do I do it? Got it straight on my scratch paper and I won't get it straight on the card. I just know it. Fingers crossed. Oh, I did it. Oh, amazing. All right, so what I thought I was going to do is maybe put some of these leaves around the edge, or is that too much? I think it's a bit plain like it is because I don't do much plain. I'm not one of those plain, simple stampers, so I've always got to keep adding. And then I get to a time where I add too much, but hey. Let's add a few leaves just around the edge, and I might just do the top corner. And I might leave it like that. That's just enough detail, I think. It's just too plain. Maybe I should do something there too. Yeah, why not? I'll show you my berry burst, Julie. Tell you what mine looks like. It just gets like little balls on it, I guess, is the best way to describe it. Oh, that's really pretty. All right, so there's one. So see how that background, it just adds to the stamp, just adds to the card, sorry. Gives it a little bit of detail. Now I'm going to get my berry burst ink pad and show you what it looks like. So there's my berry burst. You can see straight away all those little bits on it. So that needs to go back and get replaced because there's an issue with the ink on that. It's got like little balls. I don't know how else to describe it. Now yeah, so, but Stampin' Up will replace that. So no issues, no dramas. Simple, easy. Right, so there's the first one done as a background. For those that have just joined me or joined me a little while ago, you probably would have missed the ones I did last night. So I'm quickly going to run through them. All right, so this is the first one I did. I hate this card. Sorry, I just don't like it. And I had the mindset with these stamps that they are background stamps. So therefore, I don't know. I thought they had to be more of the focus of the card. Like your normal background stamp is a full-size card front, just about. And I thought I needed to make it more of a focus point. So I tried to do that with this card and I really didn't like it. So then I did another one just with it on the panel. So I went, that's a bit better. Then I had a light bulb moment and went, okay, so yes, they are background stamps, but because they were smaller, I thought they needed to be more of a focus because they were smaller. That's the way my brain worked. Till the light bulb went off and went, hello, they are still a background stamp. They still are meant to be in the background, an addition to your card and not the focus. So once I realised that, and it took me a while, and I'm purely the only reason I was thrown was because of the size of the stamps. I was expecting them to be bigger. So once I realised that, I then could make them the background and not try to make them the focus of the card. So this is when I realised that. That's a much better card because it just adds to the card. It's not trying to take away from the card. And then there's the final one that I did last night. So it took me like 4 hours to get to this point. Stupid, I know, but hey, that's what happened. And then once I realised it's an addition to the card, an enhancement to the card, then that is when I could stamp with them properly. So today I'm just showing people how to do that, how to make them the background, how to make them an addition to your card and not take away from your card and not to be the focus. So we've stamped several in different colours. Balmy Blue, that was Blushing Bride. Highland Heather, which is very, very popular. Granny Apple Green and Blackberry Bliss. So now all I'm doing is enhancing them. So I'm using it as my background and adding to it. So I'm just doing the card fronts and I won't do completed cards. I'll do them later and show everyone what they look like later once they're done. So I'm missing some comments. Good morning to Neil, lovely to have you here. And Wurge, lovely to have you here. Yeah, there's not a lot of issues with ink pads. It was rampant with the Real Red a few years ago, and they had to change the formula. So, but I haven't had it happen for a long time. My Berry Burst was the first one in a long time. Right, so let's do Touches of Nature. No, I wanted to do the Dragonfly over the Blackberry Bliss, because then I'm going to heat emboss it over the top. You've been on the fence about this stamp. Really, Wedge? You need to just take the plunge and get it because it is really nice. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to use my Stamparatus. Alright, now, these stamps are well loved. Really, really well loved. They have no stick left to them. I put them on a block and they're going to fall off. So that? Fall off. See? See that? Because they are really, really well loved. To get the cleanness back, this is how I found to do it. Sorry. I just get some of your sanitizer. Now, people are probably going to yell at me and go, no, that could affect the stamp, that could damage the stamp. But for the life of my stamps, I don't think so. I don't know. And I just wipe over the back. And then the same on the acrylic blocks. I'll wipe that off in a minute. But I also do the same on my blocks to clean them a bit, because my blocks are always really dirty. So I just do this and it tends to help them stick on a bit better. So now I'll just wipe that off. I put way too much on that stamp. And now I've got fluff all over it from the tissue. You're still on the fence about this stamp, Julie. Alright, so now my stamp is going to stick and it's not going to come off. See? Brilliant. Because if I use a stamp a lot like this one, I did, I used it in a couple of classes when I was in Sydney, and I also did an online class with it, so it got used a lot. And it lost its cling, the poor thing. I think if you can wash them in soapy water or something, apparently it does the same. But this works brilliant for me. So I only just worked this out the other day when I was desperate for like my stamp to cling. There we go, not going to fall off. There's another tip for you today. Right, so with this one, I'm going to do the back wings in gold, in black, and then heat emboss over the top. So thank you for sticking around, everyone. I really don't know where the rest of this is going. I'm purely just making up card fronts as I go. So I'm just trying to show you how to use these bokeh dots in the background. And if you missed it, this is the issue with my stamp. It has a scratch in it. So that will be going back to Stampin' Up for a replacement. So if I stamp this right, I can get the tail of my dragonfly over that mark. Fingers crossed. So if I stamp it there, and I should be using something under this. You've tried warm soapy water and that didn't help, Word. Oh, that's a shame. People have told me to do that, but I'm too lazy to, you know, take my stamps and my blocks to the kitchen. Yes, I am a lazy stamper. So I tried the Dettol sanitizer and it worked a treat. Right, so now let's Versamark over the top of that and heat emboss. How long have I been going for, ladies? I'm really mindful I don't want to keep it all too long. But I'm just now in a creative mode and have got just fiddling around. So you could be here for a while, or feel free to jump off anytime if you're sick of watching me. That's okay, I don't mind. I'm just making it up now as I go. So I've done the main demonstration on the backgrounds like I wanted to show you. So now it's just using those backgrounds. So Versamarking my little dragonfly here. And my desk is getting in a mess. And this is where I should have used my Stamparatus. Yes. You're home, Leonie. Oh, yes. Yay. Are you very mobile? Probably not. Are you very sore? And I probably didn't get this lined up because I should have used my Stamparatus, and I'm a very naughty girl for not doing it. But you all out there are going to use your Stamparatus, aren't you? It's not do as I do, it's do as I say. Didn't your parents ever tell you that? Mine did all the time. And I say that to my kids too, and they just roll their eyes, go, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I can see I did not get that stamped on my dragonfly properly. It's off. But anyway, this is just a demonstration. And, oh, okay, you're unpacking and listening and watching. You are a bit mobile, and yes, I can imagine you'd be a bit sore. Goodness me. It was knee, wasn't it? You just got done. I really need to get both of mine done because I had I can't kneel on my knees. They are way, way painful. I had an accident one day at home in Sydney years ago. I slipped over my husband's battery pack for his laptop and went crashing down on my knees. Since then, I haven't been able to kneel on them at all. Very, very sore. But did I go to the doctor? Nah, just sucked it up. Alright, this is going to get noisy. I'm going to heat and emboss my dragonfly. That magic. Love it. Alright, so I should do is put another one up here, or should I do, where's the stamp set? Something else. Should I do another one? I've lost my other stamp. Wait a minute before I say that. What did I do with it? Really? I can't see my other wings. I've put them somewhere. Really obvious. Because I can't find them on my desk. Really? Okay. That one. See, I found them up and way over the other side. Ay. You'll definitely go back and get the other one done if needed. Oh, okay, really? Maybe I'm just a wuss. I don't know. No, this one's black, not Versamark. Whoops, I did the wrong thing. Alright, so I'm just going to do this dragonfly quickly. Then I'll add a sentiment. And then I think we might be done. I won't keep you all too long because you've got other things to be doing with your day. And I think you get the idea after this of how to use these as background stamps. Right, now we're going to Versamark. And I'm going to tempt fate again and not use the Stamparatus. Fingers crossed. And down we go. So on the phone from SU, they're sending you a replacement. Good girl. You don't. Your appointment got cancelled this morning. You don't what? I have anything else to do? You wouldn't get both done at the same time, Leonie? No. I don't think I would either. I threw my bit of paper away, didn't I, from my embossing. Let's grab that out of the bin. Not too bad having them done when your pain levels are so much lower. It's worth it. Oh, Kathy, you've had yours done too? Wouldn't help you nail. You've both done still can't nail. Oh, I can't read the rest of your comments, Sylvia, but I'm interested in what you have to say, so I will definitely check that out later. Yeah, I've done some serious damage to my knees in that fall. And the frustrating thing at the time was that I was laying on the floor, not able to move. I was in so much pain. Hubby was home, but he'd just come off night shift, so he was sound asleep upstairs. And there was no one else at home, and I was calling out really, really loud, and he didn't hear me. So I just had to lay there until the pain subsided enough that I could actually get off the floor. Oh, it was horrible. Right, heat emboss this one, and then sentiment, and we're done. And then I will finish these cards off, and I'll post them on my Facebook page. And I'll do the other backgrounds we have as well here, and post them all to my Facebook page. I don't know if that will be today, maybe later in the week. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. My embossing tool just swallowed a Versamark pad because I had to open on my desk. Oops. Alright, so now let's pick a sentiment to put on here, and then I will let you lovely ladies go. Can't kneel on them though, according to some doctors. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that's not going to help me then, is it? How do you clean like showers and stuff without being able to kneel? That's my biggest gripe. Oh my gosh, I can't get on the floor and scrub the floor. And if I don't do that, I feel like it's not getting cleaned good enough. I don't know. Okay, sentiment. Thanks for the smile and everything else, or you sure know how to make someone happy. The first one I grab, which will be, oops, this one. Alrighty. I'm hoping this one doesn't come off because I'm not going to clean this one. Bend my legs. Julie, you're funny. Yes, with great difficulty. I sort of have this fat gut in the way. But anyway, let's not go there. Alrighty, let's just do this sentiment. I'm getting silly now. I'm trying not to get my head in the way. And let's hope it's straight. Yes, you may case this, Leonie, for your next class. You're good enough to do a class on Friday. That is excellent. Wow, that is so cool. I hope you sell lots of this background stamp, because I have fallen in love with it now that I have used it more. So there's our dragonfly stamp. And I just thought I want to do one more thing to it before I go. If I can find anything. Wait, I wanted some sequins to put on there. I don't think I have any of our current ones. Wait a minute. Scratching through my drawer of embellishments. What is that? Other candles? No, these will have to do. Alright. I don't think these are our new ones. These are the fancy frost ones from last year's Christmas catalogue, maybe? Maybe. I wanted gold ones to put on there, so maybe I could. There's silver in. That's going to work, is it? Pink? Let me put one pink one on, or a blue one. Maybe blue. I don't think silver will work. Blue's not going to work either, is it? Nah. Oh, how annoying. Oh well, I'll just have to put some rhinestones or something on there. Pink ones? Do you think pink ones will work? Do you want to come scrub my showers too, Julie? Because, you know, I need to do mine something bad. Oh, and I forgot the glue, so it's not going to stick. No, I don't like the pink on there. Oh, yeah, actually not too bad. You've convinced me, Wurge. Now I've lost my glue dots. All right, we're nearly done. Thank you for staying, everyone, but I'm nearly done. Okay, I'm going to turn my little pokey tool around with my wonderful Take Your Pick tool. I love it. You can get this in the upcoming holiday catalogue. I'm just going to stick my glue dot on the back of this one, doing it ass up and round about. There we go. I'm going to put another one up here. Pink will work. How does the rhinestone picking up tool work? Okay, so this is the Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to put one here because I've got a bit of embossing powder there where it shouldn't be because I didn't use my embossing putty. So this is the Take Your Pick tool coming in the holiday catalogue, starts the 5th of September. And I think it's like $17 in the catalogue. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the price of it. And it has two ends. So this end, and the one thing to know is pull the lid off, don't twist it. In this end, you've got some putty. That's that green stuff there. And all it is like a blue tack, I guess. And you pick up your sequin, it sticks to the end, and then you pop it on your project. And as simple as that. So I love this because there's no more, you know, getting frustrated with tweezers and dropping your sequin or your whatever it is you're trying to pick up. And it's really, really good. So that's that end. And when you buy the tool, it comes with a replacement end of this. So I'll grab the box it comes in. This is the box that it comes in. All right, Take Your Pick tool. And it does have a warning on there, supervise small children because it's a sharp object and it's a choking hazard apparently. Right, so it comes with instructions, and then this is in here. Okay, oops, let me move this out of the way. That's really pretty actually, Wurge, with the pink on it. So you get the tool and a replacement sticky end, like a putty end, and then another tool that goes in this end. So showing you this end, this one is lockable. Because it's interchangeable. So you just take the cover off. You have what I call a pokey tool, but it's a paper piercing tool is a proper name. I call it a pokey tool. I always have, always will. All right, now it's interchangeable. So you just twist it. See there's a lock and an unlock. Twist it to unlock and pull it out. This end is a spatula end. And this is really good for picking up your rhinestones off the sheets, the acrylic sheets. Just pick up, get underneath, pick it up. It's bendy. So it's flexible enough to get up under a rhinestone, pick it up, transfer it to your project. But it also comes with an extra end. So this end, which is your stylus. This is great for your scoring, your cardstock, or even for shaping flowers. These are good for shaping flowers as well. So you get a small stylus end, and then you get a large stylus end. All right, and how easy is that to change ends? Really, really easy. And you can also get the replacement nibs for your putty end. They come in a pack of 2 replacement nibs. So lots and lots of uses for this tool. I love it. I think it's going to be very popular. And it's coming in the holiday catalogue, which starts the 5th of September. But my special at the moment is if you put an order in with me between now and the end of September, and your order is $100 or more, you'll get a free Take Your Pick tool. So this is a little bonus that I have for my customers. So that's it. It's the best thing since Stamparatus, really. And the Stamparatus was the best thing since the Big Shot. And the Big Shot was the best thing since our trimmer, all the other way around. So you have lots of fantastic tools, all a must-have. So there you go. That is a sum up of that tool. Here's the projects we did today, or the card fronts we did today. I have lots of samples still to make up that I will make up and put on my Facebook page using these lovely backgrounds. So I hope I've helped with yesterday's video and today's video. Hope I've helped you with the distinctive stamps that we have in our range. And I've cleared up a little bit of an issue with these ones, with the smaller ones. I think a few people were struggling with the size of them and probably thinking along the same ways that I am. The putty lasts a while. The one thing I meant to say, sorry, I forgot. All right, this end is filled with putty. So if this loses its tackiness, you just break it off, wind the end, and more putty will come out, okay? So there's more putty in this nib than what is showing there. So I keep forgetting to tell people that. So that's, yeah, so you probably get a fair while out of the one bit of putty. So, all right, so any other questions, then message me or anything like that. That's it today. Thank you, ladies. I probably went on for a long, long time, but I hope you have enjoyed seeing these cards, and I have swayed you to get these distinctive stamps because they are really cool. There's more than just these 2 distinctive stamps in our range. If you go to the back of the annual catalogue, which I've buried mine. All right, so these are all our distinctive stamps we have in our range. There's the fish koi one, all good, all the good things. This is one I've used today, the bokeh dots with the stars and the dots. The healing hugs I used yesterday. The Seize the Day stamp set, and the Stylish Christmas with a poinsettia. So they're all our lovely distinctive stamps. So thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day. I hope you get inky and crafty. And if you're interested in joining my craft sharing group, please do. I love to see what people make with all the products that they have. So thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.